So my first incarceration was actually in juvenile delinquency. I was in and out of jail. I did very well in life for quite a while. It was when I got into my adult life. At around the age of 30 is when I started using drugs. I was always a social drinker, but never did hardcore drugs. And it was at the age of 30 is when I started experimenting in that. Needless to say, I became addicted. And remained addicted for about 15 years. I became very well known to the Milwaukee Police Department in my community, and I literally would ask them to take me back to jail because that was the only place I could stay clean. When I was in there, I made myself so many promises. I made myself so many promises that I wasn't gonna go back. Needless to say, I failed many times. It was the loss of my children. It was the loss of my children. They said you have to hit rock bottom, right? And that was rock bottom for me. And so that was what really turned my life around was, hey, I lost my children. I didn't give them up. They were taken away from me. I believe correcting the narrative is that you need to, first of all, admit that you are in a situation that you need help. And then how do we model it? By living it out. I need to be that model. So just share the knowledge that I've gathered and the experiences that I've went through to help them understand why I'm saying these things. I'm not just telling you because it's not healthy for you. I'm telling you because of what I experienced and the damage that it has done, not only to me, but to my children and my brothers and my sisters and all of my extended family. I did start working at Milwaukee. When I would start working at Milwaukee Area Technical College, I was working for the Dean of Instructional Design, and she was the one who encouraged me to go back to school. And so I started plucking away, right? And so being out of school for many years, when I started working there, 20 to be exact, it was not easy. Being an adult learner is not easy. Having children, and at that time I was married, but she was very gracious and she worked with me, so I'm thankful for that. But I plucked away at starting with my associate's degree, and then I just kept going from there. I just kept going. I got my bachelor's degree, and then I got my master's degree in counseling with a minor in psychology. After I retired from Milwaukee Area Technical College, I traveled a little bit, and then I'm also in ministry, so I was doing ministry work. But then I still felt like I had more to give. I actually missed working with the students. So I started seeking employment, and I was able to get a job at Gateway Technical College. I was originally hired as a student finance specialist, and then in about a year, I got promoted to the Center Director of Student Services. Also, while being employed at Gateway, my daughter and I have a daughter who is very passionate about business. Finally, not too long ago, we finally got approved and certified for what's called now Mommy Knows Best. My desire truly is to have a transitional living home for women. And I have a vision. I can see the house, I can see the women, and I believe I can make the right connections, but I would like to help women transition back into society by providing the services. That'll be my final straw. That is going to be the transitional living home, and then I'm really not going to work anymore. It's important for me to share the story because I want people to know that there is hope and there is help out there.